What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Arizona Cardinals Madden 19 franchise rebuild. We have a big episode today with our Cardinals at 8-6, set to meet the 7-7 San Francisco 49ers. We watched us play against this team a couple episodes ago, and it didn't go our way. It was a game I thought we were going to win, and then we just let it slip away. We've now lost, I believe, 3 of 4 games in the playoff hopes, while still likely to make it. We're now a little less likely after this recent stretch. Josh Rosen's play has not been stellar since the opening part of the season, and we need some big things to happen here to close out the year. Also, I need to make decisions soon and should give out some contract offers on these players. We have David Johnson, Chandler Jones, Josh Rosen. What do we do with our 3 big free agents? And then we have some other ones down the list here, like Christian Kirk is someone we have to make a decision on. Is he worth the nearly $5 million a year at 75 overall? With Johnson and Jones up there in age now, we know 29 is kind of the cutoff where regression starts to really hit. I don't see us giving a 4-year deal to Jones, but I think losing David Johnson would be a really big blow to this team. But there's also a risk in paying a 29-year-old running back a 4-year deal. Although I think that deal there isn't too much of a problem. And I think with the lack of guarantees there that you could probably cut him down the line if it doesn't work out and have minimal penalties. But I think it's time to get into today's matchup. Here we have the 49ers at home this time, and we need these wins here in week 16 and 17. So let's get into it. Can our Cardinals get some much needed revenge today? We let that last one slip away from us, but it's not about how you start, it's how you finish, and we still have a chance to finish great. I really won't be that disappointed if we go 10-6 and make the playoffs. But if we miss the playoffs, that's going to be a problem with me. Going 9-7 or 8-8. Here's a fake to Jimmy Garoppolo when he's getting sacked on the first play. Robert Kimdichie. I feel like I'm saying his name a lot more often in recent episodes, and I like that. I think that bottom line said he had 7 sacks now, and if that's the case, that's big time. Hopefully get off to a good start here with a quick 3-and-out. 3rd and 20. Dante Pettis had to leave after that last snap. So San Francisco down a playmaker. Here's Garoppolo. They give him protection on this one, and he'll go deep. It worked last time, and this one is incomplete. Marquise Goodwin the target. Now, against San Francisco, they made 3 spectacular touchdowns against us. And I don't think they're likely to repeat it. But we are going to have to stop Brackenridge again and the rest of these receivers. Brackenridge, Goodwin, and Pettis all had highlight plays. Now we start here at the 39-yard line after a short punt, and we'll run it up the middle, but not very well. I did edit the game plan a little bit more. I took out some of the play action stuff down toward the goal line. And I also edited the frequency a little bit of the passing plays on 1st down and 2nd and long. So hopefully it's the last time I have to touch it for a little while. Here's 2nd and 11. Quick one here. Isaac White, gain of 9. I think one thing we have to have a discussion about, though, is the franchise tag. And I think we need to use it this year. I'm not exactly sure who I want to use it on yet. 3rd and 3, that's complete to O.J. Howard. I think the most likely are either David Johnson or Josh Rosen. I feel that moving on from Chandler Jones could be possible because we do have some young edge rushers who have produced. And then for DJ, I don't feel good about our backup running backs replacing him. And then Rosen, if we gave him the tag, it would just buy us another year to go long term. But I think I'll try like a low chance offer to David Johnson after this. I'd go 2 years, and I'd go way over his average even for just a short contract. There we go, Isaac White. But either way, the baseline offers for like him and Jones are not really favorable to me. Kirk is one I'd probably let go to the open market because I don't think he'd get what he wants. Here's Johnson again on the carry, not much there. And then you have Lester Phelps, who is still a major unknown, but we saw good things in the preseason. Anyway, second down, they dump this one off. Rosen out to O.J. Howard, not much, and now a third down in the red zone. Can Minnesota even be good in franchise this year? Every season, they are awful. I don't get it. 3rd and 7, Rosen found White. Shy of the sticks, though, it won't work. Oh, wow, this drive begins with another sack of Jimmy Garoppolo, that time Jalen Smith. And that makes it 2 straight 3-and-outs to begin the day. Want to watch one more drive of the offense, and then we'll sim a drive at least of each. So, pretty conservative passing attack so far. Rosen just throwing some quick slants and some check downs. We'll see if he opens things up now. I know watching Garoppolo throw it downfield in that prior meeting made me want to see Rosen do that a bit more. I think we have the receivers to do it. But it's just a matter of, I guess, them actually trying to do it. Because we have plays that are designed to go deep. It's just, we don't seem to be a very aggressive downfield team is all. 3rd and 11 for Rosen. This is floated like I wanted, and it's incomplete for Isaac White. At least we tried. All right, simulation time now. San Francisco football. Every first down play for them has gone backwards, and they have 3 straight 3-and-outs. That's what I like to see. And now for our team, Curtis Samuel. He makes a catch again. Then a couple carries here to David Johnson. 3rd down. Let's go. Keep pounding the rock with Johnson. Or maybe now we can't. 3rd down, 25 yards. He can catch the football as well. Getting 6 to the 25. Down to the red zone and knocked away. It is a penalty followed by a touchdown. I thought it was 4th down. But there's a David Johnson touchdown, making it 10-0. Let's check in on the defense now, as San Francisco just got their very first down of the game. Now it's 10-0 Arizona, and Garoppolo deals outside, but not for very much. Trey Brackenridge, of course, one I'm keeping my eyes on after what he did to us in that prior meeting, going over 100 yards and mossing Pat Pete. Fake again. They have plenty of play action calls, and this one doesn't work out. Jonathan Allen sacks Jimmy. 3 sacks for the Cardinal defense, and another deep 3rd down here for Jimmy Garoppolo. Trying to avoid a 4th straight punt to start the day. Garoppolo gets the time and throws it underneath. Doesn't get much, so our defense right now is doing their jobs. Oh, wow, that's a big one down below. Dallas and Los Angeles will play later. Hopefully the Cowboys can give us a little bit of help. We're going to see us go to a run now, and Johnson finds some space. It was really nice to see him play well against the Rams. We ran the ball way better than I ever thought we would. And, of course, we blew a nice early lead, 17-0. So we know 10-0 here cannot be safe. 3rd down and 2. We go trips to the top this time. And it's inside zone. Johnson won't get there. Richard Sherman with the denial. All right, then. Not much happening on the offensive side as we sit in. And there's another 3-and-out for San Francisco. So good to see them not moving the football at all. And now 3rd and 6. We get some penalty help there. Thank you, Solomon Thomas. Can we go down and get another touchdown now? 3rd and 2. We only got 1, I guess. And then went for it and failed. So all kinds of mediocre offense. That's the best way to put it right now, I'd say. San Francisco, they are so bad right now. They have 1 first down in the entire half. How do you let that happen? Anyway, you know I like seeing our offense when there's a sense of urgency. So let's get this going here. 10-0. We are controlling the clock pretty much because San Francisco wants nothing to do with this game, it seems. And their season's on the line. They're not playing like it. 56 seconds to go, and this is Rosen lost the ball. We got it back, though. I'm seeing a lot of Deontay Foreman out there. I'm really hoping nothing's up with DJ. Wendell Branch is in the game, so I think something might be up with David Johnson. 3rd and 11 now. Can we keep it moving, please? Rosen knocked away, almost picked off. Meanwhile, San Francisco, a last gasp before halftime, and there's their first down in a while to George Kittle, and then we intercept it, Budda Baker. So, I know things aren't great right now as we tack on 3 more, but San Francisco's playing way worse than we are. So we'll watch a little bit more of the offense here, but if things don't pick up, we're going to be doing a lot more simming. Come on, Rosen, give us something to cheer about here. White the motion man. Curtis Samuel's in the game as well. And we're going out here for a very short pickup. We're actually 7 yards. He played the sidelines super well. What do we think about Christian Kirk, though? I sure like his talent. He does have 7 touchdowns this year. Do we re-sign him? Is $5 million a year too much? I feel it probably is too much, but it's not a big contract regardless, or a long-term one. This one's floated. He got White downfield. Let's go. Isaac White makes catch number 7 and shows why. He is a playmaker. White is now up to 780 receiving yards. Really hoping that we can get someone a good Pro Bowl berth or some XP in a major way. And yeah, Johnson's not out there. I better check on the injury report here. Maybe I'll do that right now. By the way, for XP sliders, I have like a temporary solution in there right now, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But Johnson's out for this game and this game only. Chandler Jones, by the way, obviously out for the season, unless we make it deep into the playoffs. But with the XP sliders, I have a lot of the positions where I like them. There are just a few I'm trying to figure out. And there's Wendell Branch with a good carry. But I have everything either where I like it or slightly higher than it probably should be. In the short term, high XP sliders aren't going to mean a whole lot, even with like 1 year of awards. So I don't mind if they're a little bit high for just a short while until they're finalized. But I have a lot of the positions now where I like them. 13-0 handoff going to Foreman, but he won't find much there. The big thing at quarterback, though, I think that we were actually in a pretty good spot with our slider. It's just that when the series began, it was lower, and that obviously cost Rosen some early development. That one is squeezed into White, but he can't make the catch. Sherman breaks on the football. We're seeing some tough defense today, though. It's not just bad offense. We're not just seeing like inaccurate passes and whatnot. The defenses are making plays all over the place. 3rd down and 9 now. Let's get the 20-0, please. Rosen, middle, got him! And he dropped it. Unable to make the play is Curtis Samuel. 16-0, though. I'm complaining a lot in a game where we're winning 16-0, and the other team is just continually going backwards, quite literally. And then we help him with a penalty? Pat Pete, we got to talk about that one. 3rd and 7, they get 8. Why are we giving them a second chance on this possession? Sacked by Jonathan Allen. 8 yards to Goodwin. All right, I guess he got my attention there. Oh, they missed the field goal. Thought they had the first down. All right, back to Isaac White, getting 10 yards. Foreman for 6. Let's get this going to the 4th quarter now. First down, Will Wade. Sacked by Buckner. And 3rd and 15, we go 5. 3 more on the board, 19-0. So the offense hasn't been as explosive lately. They haven't been as high scoring, obviously. So I wonder if we're going to see that come back or what, because I feel like our offense peaked very early in the year. Peaking too soon. Not my favorite thing. 3rd and 13 here for Jimmy Garoppolo, trying to finally get some offense, and he's going to find some here. That's a first down pass. So with Chandler Jones out, it's also a terrific time to be looking at these young pass rushers in a full-time capacity. And we'll see, you know, do we miss Chandler Jones when he's not out there? Because for sure when he's playing, when we're watching these games, we've seen so many big sacks, fumbles. He is a game changer, but his skills are going to diminish, and pretty quickly in this game. 2nd down and 9 for Garoppolo. This one's out quick, and that's incomplete. Good job, Baker. Yeah, there are a lot of drops in traffic today, but they're not true drops. Those are the ball's coming right at the contest point there, and I don't have any problem with that. Those are tough plays to make, and that's how you get organic incompletions in these games. 3rd down and 6 now for Garoppolo. Can we make another play? Jimmy has time, and an open man who didn't see the football. Don't see that often. McKinnon just let it hit him right in the back. And they should go for it here. And they will. Goodwin and Pettis to the bottom. And a very quiet Trey Brackenridge. Top of your screen across from Patrick Peterson. What's the call, Jimmy? We bring 4. Garoppolo stands tall, airs it out, and it's intercepted by Denard Huval, who hung with the Olympic speedster Marquise Goodwin. Nice day on defense here. This was really unexpected, but much appreciated. You know, if this game's in hand, like maybe with less than 6 minutes to go or so, we could actually get some Lester Phelps action in this game, and it would be another chance to just scout him. So as we drive down, I think I'll let us finish out this possession with Foreman just continuing to gash the defense. And then we will kick a field goal. And if they don't score a touchdown here, I say we go Lester Phelps. Thrown away by Jimmy. Thrown away by Jimmy. What a day. This is incredible. Too bad we don't have his favorite receiver out here. I forgot his name, but he's on the practice squad still. Don't want to see anybody here get hurt, so we're going to get some backups into the game and hopefully celebrate a nice win here. We haven't gotten too many of these lopsided games like this. I was just waiting, like, when's their offense going to do something? The answer is likely never, and this game could cost them their season. So big game here for us as we are going to run out the clock. I'm not even sure we're going to see Lester Phelps actually throw the football much. There's no spot in the game plan for watching our developmental quarterback possibly throw the football. But maybe here on this play, or I'll get my hopes up. It is a throw. Lester Phelps' first pass of the day is complete to Curtis Samuel. It is not the first pass of his career. I simmed a game earlier in the season where he threw one pass for a short touchdown. Not sure to whom, but he has thrown a pass before. That might have been his second career throw, though. Can't remember exactly. 3rd and 2. We stretch it out. Deontay Foreman will not come close. And Elliott now shaken up. I still want to see us pitch this shutout, though. That'd be fun. 1st and 10. Brackenridge for 15. I have backups out there, so it's going to be tougher to contain them. But hey, after 26 yards to Kittle, I'm watching for the shutouts here. That's all. They break the shutout, I'm done. From the 31-yard line now, Garoppolo has 2.5 to get some points. Here's Jimmy to the middle, and that's complete. There's Pettis inside the 15. I'm amused at the fact that we actually are playing strip ball aggressive right now. Can't be too sure about a game, so we're just going to keep going all out. 1st and 10, Garoppolo caught inside the 5 by Kittle. 2nd and 2, Garoppolo. Will he find the end zone? Yes, he will. He picks apart this backup defense, and it's Trey Brackenridge. But unfortunately for him, his team is still down by 19 points. All right, 25-7. I can live with that. We recover the onside kick, and let's run this clock out. Game over. We win, and win handedly, taking us into Week 17 against the Seattle Seahawks. If this game clinches a playoff spot, I will probably sim Week 17. If not, we're going to watch because it's such a major game. But yeah, episodes are going to come out quicker if we're going to keep watching stuff like this. I do want the pace of play to be, or the pace of the episodes just still be good. How about that? 5 rushing yards. 5. So not a big day again for the offense. They were not tested today at all. The defense controlled everything, and the offense just, they managed things, and it's the right approach in a game like this. Rosen, no mistakes really, 190 yards, nothing special. On the ground, again, nothing too special there out of us. And then Isaac White for 86 yards. That is the main standout in my eyes offensively. But defense, you know, Jonathan Allen, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions. Gotta love seeing that. Oh boy, it is upgrade day. It seems like after every episode now, or every game, we have a bunch of upgrades to make. Guess we're getting lucky here. Josh Rosen gets one. That's, of course, a big deal. He's an 81 overall. And I just want to see those accuracies get better. If awareness goes up, I think that'll be a big help. Might be more than we even think. So, honestly, just want to focus on him staying a scheme fit. Strong arm sounds good to me. Rosen now an 82, getting a boost to throw mid, throw power, and throw under pressure. So, no deep accuracy, no awareness. It seems that awareness in this game is a very difficult rating to increase. For Lester Phelps, I think I'm also going strong arm with him. He needs his accuracy to be developed, needs a lot of time to do it. I am impressed, though, that he got his attribute upgrade already, considering he hasn't played much. So, here's the point to Lester, and he'll go up in accuracy medium and throw power. Alexander Barton is up next, the backup center, who might not be a backup for a whole lot longer. His run blocking is a 79, his pass blocking is a 74. I say we focus on pass protection today. 3 upgrades, 1 awareness, 3 pass block, and 1 pass block power. Sean Petrowski gets an upgrade, a young tight end who probably doesn't have the highest ceiling. We'll go vertical threat with him, maybe get a nice speed upgrade, that'd be helpful. Wow, you get so many for tight end, it's way more fun. Griffin Elliott suffered broken ribs, so he is out until the postseason as well. Someone else is going to need to return, it'll be Curtis Samuel. But I wanted to give a contract offer out here. I don't think it's going to work, but it's worth a shot. David Johnson wants 4 years, $30 million. What if I go 2 years, like $21 million with a high signing bonus for guarantees? I just don't want to go long-term with a running back that's already at 29 is all. Is that okay, David? I'll give you a bunch of money to stick around. Mainly upgrading this with guarantees as well to hopefully be a more attractive offer. But I think 20 years, $2 million is something I'd be happy with, and I think he should accept this. David Johnson. Pour across the board? You don't like the bonus? You don't like getting $10 million a year for 2 years? Man. For Kirk, I kind of want to throw out a lower offer here and just see what happens. It is a short one, but yeah, he wants more money than that. He'll probably hit the open market then. We have other receivers, and I'm not going to just pay $15 million because I like him as a player. For Rosen, still wait and see. Chandler Jones, can't really see him accepting anything that I'm interested in, like a 1-year deal here. So if I go 1 year, like $11 million, I bet he says no. Yeah. So with that, we're on to week 17. The Cardinals are 9-6. The Rams are 10-5, but they beat us twice. No, they beat us once this year, so there could be a tiebreaker if we win and they lose. So let's just take a look and see if we clinched a spot yet, and we have not. There are still a couple 10-win teams here. The Bears will likely be a wild card team then. Between the Eagles and Cowboys, someone's going to be that's a big problem there. Wait a minute. If we win, we need some help. Eagles and Cowboys, we can't beat either of them. They've both clinched. We need the Bears to lose. If the Bears win and the Packers already have that division, which they don't yet, they have clinched a playoff spot. This isn't good. We can't have a better record than Green Bay, or the Cowboys, or the Eagles. We can tie with the Bears. This is a mess. This is not good. We did play the Bears and lost to them. Does that mean we have no chance? I don't think we can make the playoffs at all. What? I never noticed any of this before. Eagles 14-1. Cowboys already have a spot. We can't have a better record than the Packers. We already lost to the Bears. I think we're out of the playoffs entirely, no matter what happens in week 17. Or there's one chance, and it's us beating the Rams out for a spot. We split the season series. In division, they're 5-1. In division, we're 3-2. That's the second tiebreaker after head-to-head. So it doesn't say the Rams have clinched the division because I don't think they're checking for that tiebreaker, but they effectively have. With the Bears winning today, I think this is over. I don't think we can make it to the playoffs. So it sure looks like our season is over, everybody. I didn't expect that. And here you can see I'm actually doing the training now for the first time in this series. Training is not something I normally do in this series. I don't think I've ever done it. And then in the Browns series, I didn't do any training because prior to this year, it didn't seem like the CPU, when they got their training, they never seemed to get above like a bronze medal. So it was kind of a way for you to outpace the CPU in terms of XP growth. and I don't like that. But this year, I didn't really realize it. Someone pointed this out in the comments, but it sure looks like now that the CPU does actually get higher medals, or they can at least. I was checking out like the Chargers roster, and they had players getting like 700 after a training, and I didn't see any of that on our side. So I think that I've just been lacking behind the CPU in terms of XP growth, partially because of no training. So XP sliders were part of that. Obviously, I wish I could go back and change that and actually do the training, but I just thought it was a deal with the XP sliders. So my bad on that, but I'm going to start doing these drills, and we will probably get a lot more XP growth as a result. Obviously, some of our players should have had this prior, but I think we're okay. Jalen Smith makes plays, whether it's practice or in-game. I love it. And I'll take that one myself with Marquise Pleasant. So I actually got gold medals here on both drills. So a nice little XP gain there, and we'll see what it's worth to the players that are affected by these drills. Yeah, that's much more like it. Isaac White getting a 676. He has good development. He's young. He's probably a scheme fit and everything. So yeah. Oh, that's the drill XP plus the bonus XP. So obviously, we're kind of behind the curve then in terms of being able to upgrade. Probably should have had a lot more upgrades, but going forward, it should be good to go. Buda Baker, he's not one that lacked an XP. He's now becoming an 88 overall, and we'll keep focusing on zone with him. He's gotten this good, and he hasn't been a scheme fit, ever. And that might give some of these young guys like Craig Sylvester a fighting chance at becoming better players. So we'll put Sylvester up in terms of zone coverage, and he'll go up in a lot of the intangibles. I knew something was off with the sliders I'm using and the growth for a lot of our players and then the tests that I've done. So I'm glad I got that figured out. I'm sure a lot of you have been talking about that for a while, but I just didn't really realize it or really check it out. But we're gonna sim this last game because I don't think there's any way we can make it to the playoffs. I didn't see a route, so let's go to the wild card round. No playoffs for us despite going 10-6. We do win our last 2 games of the year, and we have at least one more upgrade to make for Ryan Kelly, who might not be on our team for much longer. But yeah, 10-6, normally you think it's a playoff record. It's only a 1-game drop-off from last year, yet we do not make it to the postseason. So that's a lot of time spent here on a season that didn't go to the playoffs, and I'm shocked about that. We had a 4th quarter comeback this time, a touchdown, 2 picks for Josh Rosen, and then 89 yards for David Johnson. I thought about watching this game, but we've already watched so much. I only wanted to watch it because maybe I could play Phelps a little bit and watch him play a bit more. But it's alright, not a big deal. But too bad we could not make the playoffs this year. Let's see who all we can upgrade then. We got 4 now. Jalen Smith is on top of the list here. I think he's been an amazing addition to our team. I'm really happy with the signing. And I just want to focus maybe on his run stopping a little bit because his pass catching is really good. So pursuit and tackling do help. Field general wouldn't be bad. Run stopper might be better. I'll roll the dice here with field general instead. Smith now an 80. And hey, we got block shed, tackle, play rec, awareness. All those things help run defense. Smith is good, and that's going to be a big boost for him. Here's Ryan Kelly, who's just not the best all-around run blocker. We're going to focus on power with him. And we get a boost in terms of pass block power, run block power, and pass block. Curtis Samuel, a deep threat who could also probably play a little bit of running back if we asked him to. I haven't yet, but you know I'll always consider it. Deep threat to Curtis Samuel here, now a scheme fit receiver with catch in traffic, deep route running, and a bunch of other stuff going up. And our young punter here, Mason McConnell. Maybe I go accuracy here because occasionally, I guess it's awareness that has to come up for him, so I guess we can go either way here and just hope for the best. Let's go power in that case. Give me awareness! Yeah. Here are the yearly awards, by the way. Mike Phillips takes home the MVP this year with the Cowboys going 14-2. Coach of the year is Doug Peterson, though. The Eagles went 15-1. Imagine going 14-2 and having to play on Wild Card Weekend. That's hilarious. Zeke, he's Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive is Roquan Smith, with Jalen Smith not far behind. I wish you would get a little XP for being up here in the top 10. I think that would help create more stars and would help just players get recognition, even if they aren't the best at their position. And then for Offensive Rookie, Daniel Reese takes it home. For Defensive Rookie, Jason Lucky, who made a number of plays against us. Parker Wood is up there on our side. Best quarterback, Mike Phillips. Rosen was 7th. For running back, Todd Gurley. Receiver, Sterling Shepard, actually, on the 6-win Giants. Offensive lineman, Zach Martin. Tyron Smith. Travis Frederick. What else is new? Aaron Donald for defensive line. Khalil Mack. DB, Jair Alexander. Tops Peters and Buda Baker. And then we had the best kicker, because we got to be good at something, I guess. By the way, in the AFC, it sure seems like Lamar Jackson is having himself a good career so far at 83 overall and winning Offensive Player of the Year despite being on an 8-win team. Marty Sicko, we didn't draft him, remember. He ends up winning the Rookie of the Year in the AFC. We'll check on his numbers. But here are all the leaders then for this conference. We finish with the 14th ranked offense, very close to average, and the 15th ranked defense. A lot of average going on here with the Cardinals, it seemed. Josh Rosen, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. I thought he was good this year. I thought we saw another leap, although not as large as last year's leap. I'm still pretty happy with Josh Rosen, and obviously now the decision needs to be made. And right now I'm leaning towards the franchise tag because it delays my really tough decision, although it makes it harder to keep David Johnson and Chandler Jones. So next episode, going to be a really weird one. What do you think we should do with Rosen, Johnson, Jones, Kirk? Looking for your feedback. David Johnson, 7 touchdowns on the ground, 1,257 yards. He is a big part of what we do. We're not a terrific running team, but he obviously makes us better. And this is what he's done so far in the series. He's gotten over 1,100 yards all 4 years. He catches the ball really well and throws in some extra yards and touchdowns. So, do you want to move on from him? Will Wade had 73 catches, Isaac White 67, OJ Howard 66. I like our receiving core a lot, although I think we could manage maybe moving on from Christian Kirk if he doesn't come back cheap. Maybe that opens the door for Curtis Samuel, who had a lot more yards per reception. Samuel, I think, kind of fits that same role. He's a bit more explosive, but less refined at the receiver position. Although at 75 overall, it's not like Kirk is a finished product either. For defense, in terms of sacks, we were down this year. Chandler Jones had 8, Kimdichie 7, and the rest of our edge rushers didn't have as big of a season. A lot of drop-off there, but I still think that with all the players we have there, we can find some answers. Buda Baker, 5 picks, a couple here from McAllister, Peterson, Huval, and Boston. I like the young secondary players a lot. Gostkowski was amazing this year as a kicker. And overall, I think we have a good team. We're not an upper echelon team yet. We're working on that. We're still developing. And hopefully next year we can get back to the playoffs. But it was disappointing to see us miss out now. We'll check on league leaders. Lamar Jackson had the most yards passing. For touchdowns, it goes to Mike Phillips. Then Alex Smith still. Then Lamar Jackson. So Jackson might be ahead of everyone else in his class in terms of his development. And then for running the football, Ezekiel Elliott way ahead of everybody else. For touchdowns, that'd be Todd Gurley. Derrick Henry, whoa, how many yards was that for Derrick Henry? Oh, 511. I saw Zeke's number here and didn't realize it was for him. Henry just got, a touchdown every 10 touches almost. Receiving, Allen Hurns, number 1. All right, Mike Phillips, making Allen Hurns look like a number 1 receiver again. Zach Ertz was good. Julio Jones, Robbie Anderson, Devontae Adams. It does seem like the receiving numbers might be getting a little bit better in the simming. I don't think that all of these players would be slot, but I could see most of them also being kind of good slot receivers. So it does look a little bit better though. Not sure if that was addressed and not talked about in the patch notes. Ryan Switzer, 15 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Albert Wilson had 12. So there's definitely still some bias towards slot receivers. For defense, Aaron Donald had 14.5 sacks. For interceptions, Jalen Ramsey and AJ Boye on the same team. Number 1A, number 1B. Marty Sicko, by the way, in his rookie season, 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. We'll have to see how his career goes, but obviously we drafted Lester Phelps and didn't play him this year. What's to come next year? Where do the Cardinals go from here? 11-5, then 10-6, no playoffs. It's disappointing, but I think that we're still a good team. One good thing going into this offseason is that if anybody big hits the open market, we have so much funds. And if we don't keep like all of Rosen, DJ, and Chandler Jones, well, that opens up a lot of potential cap space for a team that probably already had some because we don't have a lot of big contracts. So I'm hoping a big name is on the market because I am open for business. Let's check this playoff roster though and sim the Super Bowl. Phillips and Smith took the spots here along with Wentz. Unfortunately, Rosen did not make it to the Pro Bowl, so no boost there in experience. Plus, I think that he already would have had the experience point given to him anyway. So looking for potential Pro Bowlers, and I'm not seeing them here, sadly. We're good but not great. That's kind of where our team's at. Although Chandler Jones and Robert Kimdiche do get invites. Jalen Smith as well. Good to see that. Buda Baker. That's 4 defenders, our kicker, and that is all. I know we haven't talked a ton about the draft prospects this year. We're going to be picking at number 19, it appears. We have 3 fourth-round picks, and maybe we're looking to trade up again this year and make a big move for someone that we like a lot. This is a look at the first-round lineup, though. We could possibly replace David Johnson with a running back early if we went down that route. By the way, I should probably scout all the backs then, just to make sure here. If there were a lot of good ones, it'd be easier to move on for sure. We have 5 in the first 2 rounds, and then even players like Morris Parham are interesting later on. I think Gregory Hopkins has some talent here, but replacing DJ, I mean, it's not going to come easy. Deion Finney is 21 years old, very good elusiveness and spin. Not sure about his power yet. And Devontae Ives, great elusiveness, carrying, 205-pound receiving back, so he's going to catch the football well. He might be a good fit if we go in a different direction. What do you think we should do? The end of this video is jam-packed. We got so much stuff here. These are the players currently on my draft board. I'll have to go through them again and see who stands out the most now that I know we're going to be picking in the middle of round number 1 instead of late in the round like I was hoping. But I think I'd like to really go and upgrade this offense this year somehow. Maybe it's with another playmaker. Maybe we go get someone that can be a game changer across from Isaac White, and then Will Wade is the permanent slot receiver, and we go into the future with that core. That could be a great route for us to go, so maybe wide receiver. Otherwise, there'll be some chances to just find some solid additions. Just not sure what I think is the most beneficial for us right now. So a lot of feedback is required from this episode. I want to know what you think about the players who are about to be free agents. What do you think we need to do this offseason so we can make sure that next year we don't miss the playoffs again? Please leave your feedback below in the comment section. And just so you're aware, the Super Bowl champs going into next season, it was the Rams and the Texans, and the champion is the Houston Texans, 21-20. So the Rams can't go 2-0, or 2 in a row, I mean. They won it last season, but now it is the Texans who bring it home. Let's check out their team. I know they were really good in the Browns rebuild because Deshaun Watson pretty much always becomes a great quarterback, and they have a lot of talent on that offense already, plus Watt, Clowney, Merciless, and Matthew. So Deshaun Watson, couple touchdowns in there. They had Marlon Mack rush for 52 yards, not too much. DeAndre Hopkins with 2 touchdowns. Looks like their defense won them this game, though. Might be hard to tell exactly how, but Watt did sack Goff. And for the interceptions, they got 1. Just a close game, and they win by 1. So that is it for this season here in the Arizona Cardinals Madden 19 franchise rebuild. Hope you enjoyed it. But now we have a big offseason on our hands to try and get this team back to the playoffs. Please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And again, your feedback is much appreciated. I want to see it down below in the comments. I'll see you soon. Have a great day.